Hey there, what is going on? It is Rob from Crypto Bobby, and today I want to talk to you about why you should not use Coinbase when it comes to buying Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin, and why you should actually use GDAX. And it has to do with saving a ton of money on fees, especially if you have any type of volume into your buying and selling. This is going to save you a ton of money, especially if you're new within cryptocurrency and starting to invest in the crypto space. Again, my name is Rob from Crypto Bobby. Thanks for taking the time to join me today. And like I said, I want to show you exactly why instead of using Coinbase, you should use GDAX. And first of all, Coinbase is a fantastic company. It is, in my opinion, it's a fantastic company, at least in my opinion. I think it's in a lot of cases like the gateway drug for cryptocurrency. It's the first step for a lot of people, especially in the United States or in Europe, to get into the cryptocurrency space. In the first place, you're probably going to ever buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin, which are the three cryptocurrencies offered on Coinbase's exchange. But the one negative thing about Coinbase is that it's really designed to be extremely simple, to be extremely intuitive, and they charge a fee for that convenience. Coinbase is extremely convenient, but with convenience comes a fee associated with that. So that's something you really want to be aware of. And what do I mean by that, and how can we dive into it? So if I'm in Coinbase right now, if I'm in my actual Coinbase right now, if I want to buy, let's say I want to buy $1,000 worth of Ethereum today, and I want to go and I want to buy that $1,000. If I want to buy $1,000 of Ethereum right now, that would charge me with a bank transfer. That would be $14, close to $15 in fees alone. So the 1.5% fee. If I wanted to pay with a credit card, that $1,000 would actually charge me a $40 fee, just a fee, to purchase this cryptocurrency. And we can get a better understanding of these Coinbase fees right here. So if we're down looking at the US, there is essentially a 1.5% fee, or close to a 1.5% fee, for any purchases with a U.S. bank account. Or alternatively, there is a 4% fee if you're buying with a credit card or a debit card. So if you're buying any amount of cryptocurrency with Coinbase, you can really get hammered with fees. I mean, if you're buying $5,000, $10,000 worth of crypto, you're going to pay out the nose in fees, especially if you're looking at potentially a credit card or a debit card. That's a huge number in terms of the fees. And you also pay a fee for both buying and selling cryptocurrency with Coinbase. So, whether you're buying, or if you have Bitcoin, or if you have Ethereum and you're looking to sell, maybe, cash out, move somewhere else, or you just think the market's going down and you want to sell, you're going to get charged a fee there as well. So that's important to know. That's important to understand. Now, what is this GDAX I'm talking about, and why is this important? Why does this come into play? So GDAX, right here, we can actually see GDAX. If you go to GDAX.com, it's actually owned by Coinbase. So if you look in the browser up here, I can see right here, Coinbase Inc. So it's the exact same company as Coinbase, and this is kind of their exchange platform for institutional investors, for more advanced, for more active traders. And it's a really cool user interface. I like it a lot. It's not as newbie friendly per se as Coinbase. I mean, really the only options you have on Coinbase is buy and sell. It's pretty simple. It's pretty hard to screw things up. But with GDAX, being that it's meant for institutional traders and people who move tons of volume, we can see here, there's a lot of really interesting features as far as market depth charts and things of that nature. But when we look at the fees associated with buying on GDAX, the fees are extremely small in comparison to that of Coinbase. So if I look over here on GDAX's website, they have what's called a 0.3% taker fee, and then there's a 0% maker fee. So what does that mean for you? And this is really, if you're new to cryptocurrency, or unless you're moving a ton of volume, you're going to be paying this 0.3% taker fee, and you'll be paying a 0% maker fee. So what does that mean, and how does that compare? Well, number one, the most fees that you'll be paying on GDAX is 0.3%. The cheapest amount of fees that you'd be paying out on Coinbase is 1.5%. So that is a massive, massive difference that you are saving in and of itself. if you're utilizing a bank account, or if you're using the USD wallet, which essentially come from a bank account or a previous sale on Coinbase, you're paying 1.5%. The most that you would pay on GDAX right here is 0.3%. So it's significantly cheaper to interact on GDAX. But then you also see this 0% maker fee. So there's an opportunity for you to actually have free trades on GDAX. Free trades meaning that you literally don't pay a fee. Whether, if you're selling $100,000 worth of Ethereum or $1 million worth of Bitcoin, if you utilize a maker fee, you pay no dollars in fees. So what does that mean? Let's pop over here and let's talk about things real quick. So if I have Ethereum right now and, rather than buying, I want to sell. Rather than buying, I want to sell this Ethereum. Let's say, I have right now 3 ETH in my wallet. If I want to sell this 3 ETH, this is going to cost me $1,000. It's going to cost me $1,000, or it's going to net me $1,000. Excuse me. It'll net me $1,000, but there's a fee associated with that, and that fee is going to be that 0.3% taker fee. So what we can do here, and I'll actually do this just as an example, and I'll eat the fee so that you guys can really see this in real time of how this works. But I'll go in here and I'll eat this fee. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sell 3 Ethereum at the market price, which means that I am essentially the taker of the market, which means I'm going to pay that 0.3% fee. So I'm going to sell this order. I'm going to hit that. And I just went in and I sold a market order of 3 Ethereum at, we can see here, $334.61. And I paid a fee of $3 to sell. I paid a fee of $3. If I went back to Coinbase, if I were to sell, or if I were to buy 1,000 Ethereum with a bank account, I would have paid $15. So, that's a significantly lower amount of fees. Obviously, you can understand that. Now, what can I do to avoid paying fees in general? You see this market tab, and then you see limit and stop. So market essentially means when you are doing a market order, whether that's a buy or sell order, you are taking the market. You are the taker. You're essentially saying, whatever the market is at, I'm going to take what the market's at, and I'll pay for it, whether it's buying or selling. Now, if I want to do a limit order, what does this mean? I want to buy something at the limit. So right now the price of Ethereum is $332. And maybe this trade's actually going to work out for me a little bit because the price has gone down in real time. So we'll see how this goes. But so right now the price of Ethereum is at about $332. I want to buy some. So I'm going to put the order underneath where So I'm going to place a buy order underneath where the market is. We can see right here that now I have an order that's open. I have an order that's open at $332.50, and that was just filled. So what just happened? Essentially, the market was above, so the market was at $332.65. I placed an order underneath the market, meaning that I waited for the market to reach me. I waited to become the actual taker of this market. I waited to become the maker of the market. I am essentially making the market. I'm saying if the market goes down to $332.50, I want to buy those 3 Ethereum. If, on the other hand, if the market stayed above, then I wouldn't have actually purchased those Ethereum at all. So that is the overall difference between taking the market and making the market, and how you can avoid paying heavy fees with Coinbase by using GDAX. So you might be thinking to yourself, okay, let's take a look real quick at these fees right now. So we're looking right now, and here's my first trade. I sold those 3 Ethereum, and I paid a $3 fee. I just bought those 3 Ethereum back, actually at a cheaper price, so thank you for making this YouTube video. I appreciate it. I just made a tiny bit. But so I just bought 3 Ethereum back by making the market. So I paid no fee. I did a limit order, and I paid 0 fees. So as context for you, if you are doing a market order on GDAX, you will pay a 0.3% fee. If you do a limit order on GDAX, you will pay $0 in fees, which is important to understand. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, this is great. I don't have to pay any fees, and I'm going to, I don't really have to pay any fees, or I could pay a minimal fee, to buy to buy or sell $1,000 worth of Ethereum. You pay $3. That's a fantastic deal, as opposed to $15 with Coinbase. So, how do you actually go through the process of getting your money into GDAX instead of Coinbase? Like I said, Coinbase and GDAX are the same company. Coinbase owns GDAX. They own GDAX. So you have the exact same user information and password and two-factor authentication with GDAX that you do with Coinbase. So you don't have to make a new username or a new account or anything like that. But what you'll do is you'll go in and you'll just click this deposit button, and you can do it through a number of different ways. You can deposit from your Coinbase account if you have money in your USD wallet in Coinbase, or if you have an Ethereum wallet, or if you have a Bitcoin wallet, you could do that within Coinbase. You could send Ethereum or Bitcoin directly to here. If you're trading and you're tired of paying fees, you can send Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin directly to your ETH address within this. And then lastly, you can deposit United States dollars or whatever your local currency, euro, whatever it might be. You could deposit that directly within this. You deposit the funds directly within GDAX, and that's what I'd recommend. So if you're signing up with Coinbase, or you're thinking about buying your first time, or you've been buying and selling Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin on Coinbase, stop what you're doing, stop paying the fees, go to GDAX.com, which is owned by Coinbase, and move all of your trading activity from Coinbase into GDAX, because you're going to pay way less fees and ultimately save yourself money in the long run. And when you save yourself money, you can invest that back into cryptocurrency. You can really do whatever you want to do, but ultimately, you're able to save money, you're able to invest better. And quite frankly, I enjoy the user interface of GDAX significantly more than I do that of Coinbase. I mean, Coinbase is, in a lot of respects, it's like I said, it's meant for newbies. It's meant for your first step into cryptocurrencies. It's kind of that gateway drug that's like, oh wow, this stuff is awesome. But then once you get into that, you're like, all right, where's the functionality? What else can I do? And GDAX is that place for you to do it. So I would highly recommend, instead of using Coinbase, use GDAX. If you are new to cryptocurrency, you'd want to sign up with Coinbase first and then start utilizing GDAX. So I have a link if you'd like. I have a link if you're brand new to crypto. I have a link in the description where you could sign up to Coinbase. It'll be on the video here as well if you'd like to deposit your money in there for the first time. But that is definitely my recommendation, is utilizing GDAX to save money on fees and not utilizing Coinbase in the long run, because GDAX is a much more powerful platform without the fees and will give you a lot more insight into the data and the things of that nature that are going on long term. If you have any questions about this, please let me know. Happy to clarify on anything that you need. Again, my name is Rob from Crypto Bobby. If you found this helpful, if you found this interesting at all, I would love a subscribe. That would be fantastic. I come out with daily YouTube videos on cryptocurrency, basically where I can provide insight, where I can be as helpful as possible. And ultimately, the goal of this channel is really to help you out and provide insight where I see fit without, crazy altcoin shilling or any kind of that BS that's associated with a lot of other people out there. Again, Rob from Crypto Bobby, hit me up with a subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Love that. Any questions, comments, please let me know. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope you have an awesome day, night, wherever you're watching this. Trading, buying, selling, holding. Good luck. Kill it. Peace.